Guys, welcome back to the Don McCord YouTube channel. Sorry I'm having to yell a little bit. I can't really find my microphone right now. But yeah, sorry, it's been a while. I haven't checked in with you guys. Just been working, trying to do what I can. Purple's been doing great. No more issues there anymore. Knock on wood. I appreciate you guys' patience for waiting on me to put out another video. Right now, I have a load on of thermal insulation that I picked up in Cumming, Georgia, and I'm taking it over to Birmingham, Alabama. It was kind of a last minute load. I'm trying to get in a few more loads the end of this week. Today's Friday, and trying to get in a couple more loads before we leave to go to Matt's next week. Hope to see you guys there. Unfortunately, I don't know if Purple is going to be there or not. I am looking for loads to try to get me up there and make some money while I'm doing it. But if I can't find a load, Purple will not be going because I can't afford the fuel to burn to go up and back. It's just not feasible and a wise business decision. So yeah, I'm headed to Birmingham. This load just happened to work out perfect because I did a load last night, one of my local water loads, and it delivered in Cumming. So I delivered that one, and then I was 5 miles away from picking this one up. So I scooped it up real quick, and we're gonna run it out to Birmingham, and I'll try to film for you guys along the way some adventure in Purple, because it's been a while for you guys. So I'll check back in with you in a little bit, get y'all some rolling footage, and show you the countryside of Alabama. Alright guys. So me and Purple made it over to Birmingham. They're unloading me now. I talked to the broker, and he's contracted with these folks, so I told him, I said, hell, give me a call anytime. I wouldn't mind running these every day. You know, it's a good enough load that I'm getting out and about, but be able to get home every day, do a load, make some decent money. You're so pretty, Purple. The way they got their dock here, since dry vans usually probably do this, and definitely not spread axle dry vans or reefers for that matter, they got this pad back here that's a little bit taller, and so when a dry van slides this tandems all the way back, it all sits up on both his tandems sit up on the pad, and it levels it out because they got a pretty high dock height here. So what I did was, when I pulled up, I was too tall, and if I drop all the bags, then it would be too low. So I got the front airbags are still aired up, and I dumped the back, and that leveled it out perfect for the guy. See? Nice and level that way. Yes, I did finish my DOT tape, finally. Y'all saw me working on that in Chad's video, I believe, when I met up with him down in Florida. And had a good time with him. Check this out. This sucks. So this crack happened, or this chip happened a long time ago when me and the wife and the kids went down to the 75 Chrome Shop show 3 years ago. And it's been fine ever since. It never wanted to spread or do anything like that, but the other day when I went to North Carolina and dropped off that load of coffee I had on, and then I went over to Raleigh and I picked up a load of pork, fresh pork, both reefer loads. The coffee came out of Florida, and the pork came out of Raleigh area and then delivered back to Brazelton, Georgia. I was sitting in the sleeper. I just happened to look up and it was cracked to about right here. And then first thing this morning, it spread up to here. So I'm gonna have to call the glass man, and I've got some extra glass. I've actually got the old Peterbilt windshield that I broke. That one side of it is big enough and they're the same height that they could actually cut a piece of glass for purple out of that. And then the other side that is broken, they can cut me 2 of these. So that way it'll all be good again. I mean, this one's still good, but it's fogging real bad at the bottom. This, of course, is cracked. This has got one little chip in it that I need to, I guess, fill. I don't really think that filler stuff works, but I'll try it. And then this one, underneath this OIDA sticker, there's a crack underneath there. And then, of course, it's fogging too, so we'll get that taken care of soon. Like real soon. I've got one of the windshields that came out of the driver's side of purple whenever I first put the new windshields in. I still have the old one, and it was still good. It had a little bit of fogging in the middle, but it wasn't broke or chipped or cracked or anything like that. And then I also have a good one that came out of Garrett's truck. So I have 2 that are pre-cut and ready to go. The one that came out of Garrett's truck, though, has real bad windshield wiper scratches from all the sand down there in Savannah. And the other one that I have, like I said, is fogged a little bit at the bottom, but if I have to, it's better than a cracked windshield. So I'll figure out what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna get new ones cut or if I'm gonna just swap one in for now. Looks like my windshield's starting to move a little bit, Chad Keegan. You done put the juju on me. He's been battling that windshield thing with old Frank for a long time. So yeah, I just wanted to check back in with you guys, let you know I'm here, getting unloaded. Let y'all get a glimpse of purple. And we're gonna get unloaded here and we're gonna head back to Atlanta. I'm gonna be pushing it real close on my 14-hour, but I should make it. They're pretty fast here unloading. It's floor loaded, but they got one of those forklifts that goes in and clamps the stuff and picks it up, so it's not like they gotta offload it by hand. So all right, well, I'll check back in with you guys in a little bit when I'm rolling. That's another thing I wanted to show y'all. So I got my little 16-foot ladder strapped underneath here. And I got my spare tire on there. But I got the ladder so that way I can get up top and fix lights whenever I need to fix lights. Because I was climbing up the side of the reefer unit. I was climbing up the ladder here and then opening the vent door up there and putting my foot in that and then climbing up top. But there was a couple times where I felt like I couldn't get down safe and kind of froze a little bit. So I was like, yeah, I'll take care of that. So I put that 16-foot ladder under there, and it works out great. Works out perfect. So looks like it's just about done, and then I'm gonna have just enough time to get home on my 14-hour clock and call it a day. But I'll tune back in when I'm driving, get y'all a little footage driving, and then I'll get you an outro when we get home. Crossing back into Georgia. So weird doing daytime trucking for me. I've always been a night owl when it comes to driving, but sometimes the loads just don't work out timing-wise to drive at night. Never mind that speedometer. Over and let these nice fellas on the interstate. I'll get off up here at Bremen and take 27 on up 120 into Ackworth, and then on to the house. Really, bro? Those guys. Use guys. Fire over there. Not very black, so must be burning off brush. Yep. Good looking C10 right there. Come on, somebody go. Driving job told me, the safety guy, when he took us out on our road courses, he was an old dude, lots of miles, millions of miles he drove. He said, I ain't never missed one gear. He said, I've missed a bunch. It's just something that happened. That was pretty, you know, as a new guy driving, you know, that was pretty calming to hear somebody with, you know, I want to say he had 4 million miles. He was about 72. Been driving since, I think he said 56 or 58, something like that, 1956 or 1958. This was 2013 when I started started driving. It made you relax, just to know somebody with all that experience still missing gears. You go some days where you don't miss one gear. You go some days where you miss just about every other one. It happens. Guys, I'm gonna boogie this on to the house and get this trailer dropped. I might cut you back on when we get over there to drop the trailer, or I get over there to drop the trailer, I should say. And if not, I'll cut you on at the house and talk to you for a minute there. Alright guys, so I just dropped the trailer off. It's time to go home. Oh, purple feels like a rocket ship. You get rid of that trailer. Coming, everybody's getting their bikes out. I sure do miss it. Sometimes. I don't miss it when it's cold and raining. I miss it on a nice warm fall day. Or a nice warm spring day. I don't miss sitting in traffic in leathers in the middle of summertime. Come on, like 8 people made it through the light. Alright guys, me and Purple made it home, safe and sound. The kids and my wife are over across the street playing with the neighbor kids. And yeah, we made it. Thanks for joining me on my little journey today. I hope to see everybody at Matt's. It'd be super cool to meet a bunch of you guys. I appreciate you guys, every one of you, and you gals. And we will catch you on the next one, or we'll see you at Matt's.